When did you attend the YMCA?
It would be in 1968, 69. I'd be 13, 14. And I was at Whiteham Grammar School. Unlike the 13 and 14-year-olds today, we didn't have internet, didn't have Xboxes, there was no social media. So you had to actually get out and do something. So myself and my friend Terry McLennan, both at the grammar school together, we used to meet at just before 11 o'clock, about 11:15, in Whitehaven, opposite St Nicholas's Church, and wander around to the YMCA to play snooker. You know, we would go there most Saturdays, and I remember sort of, you go in and it was dark, very dark place. Yeah, I mean, it's an attractive building, but, you know, I think when you're 13 and 14, you don't appreciate things like that. Basically, it was big swing doors in and straight upstairs. You know, so we walk upstairs and top room at the front, 2 big snooker tables, very good condition, and there'd be probably no one in apart from myself and Terry. And we'd probably in an hour get a game, maybe a game and a half. But one of the memories I can still remember is you go to the front windows and you can look right down the marketplace. Now in those days, it was bouncing. You would see, we're talking 11:30 in the morning on a Saturday, and it was chock-a-block. Obviously, you know, in those days, we didn't have Home Bargains or B&M. Mm-hmm. There wasn't Amazon on the internet, so people actually bought the stuff they needed locally and the markets, and that's why it was thriving. It was a community in those days.
Yeah.
I went to Branstey School when I was junior, and then for 2 years to Richmond School because there was no 11 plus, and then you went on to the grammar school. But at the Richmond School, before Christmas dances, probably for about 3 or 4 weeks prior to that, you were taught how to dance. The waltz, the gay Gordon, the one where you change your partners and everything. And I remember it was instead of PE, so instead of us going out and playing football or rugby or whatever it was, we had to learn to dance. Now, of course, the girls loved it.
Yeah.
The blokes. I mean, apart from some who, you know, decided they would like to do it, but we used to hate it and we couldn't wait to not have it. And then you got to the Christmas party, you know. It was probably the only place to go. Now, I think there was a snooker table sometimes above Burton's a long time before that, mm-hmm. and then they took that out and they made it into an amusement arcade for a while. I think Terry's dad used to play a lot of snooker, and he told Terry about it, and mm-hmm. then we just used to go.
What would have happened, do you think, if you hadn't gone to the YMCA?
At that age, probably not a lot. It was prior to sort of being old enough to play football for the local teams. Mm-hmm. It was a case of what you do. Either got into mischief or you walked up and down King Street. You didn't have the money those days to spend the afternoon in Wimpy or anything like that. You know, so, you know, that's what you did.
What were the fashions then? What did you wear?
Oh, no fashion. Absolutely no fashion. And this is prior to the 70s. In the 70s, things started to get a bit more fashionable. But we didn't have any clothes shops as such. It was Burton's. There was 2 shops in Roper Street, and they both sold jeans and jean jackets. And basically, because they were cheap, your parents took you there to get you your new jeans. So it would be jeans, T-shirt, anything, really. And then Mark Antony opened in Whitehaven that actually had clothes that were designed for going out, and they weren't Burton's. But yeah, I don't think there was any particular fashion. I can't remember. When I was 16, I got a scooter, and most of my friends were skinheads. But I was always a little bit different, and I had long hair. So I was a long-haired guy that should have had a motorbike, but was actually had a scooter.
I love that.
I used to have a feather cut. I think my cousin's cousin decided she was a hairdresser and wanted to practice on me. She'd seen Rod Stewart, and she thought, right, Ian, that you'd suit that.
Did the YMCA influence any of the choices that you made in your future, do you think?
Yeah, it definitely did. It made sure that I would never become a professional snooker player.
If you could give one piece of advice to the young of today, what would it be?
Enjoy. That's the only thing to do. It's it goes too quickly. It really does. But yeah, just get out there, enjoy it, and get on with it.